Hey guys, my name is Waldog, aka Wallace Wally. If you've seen Key and Peele, they're comedians, love them. My also name you could call me is Aaron. If you've seen their video, you know what I'm talking about. I'm trying to think of the other names, can't think of them right now. I remember Oshag Hennessy, but Jake Quellen. But I am the holy vampire. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. And let me tell you, being famous is pretty freaking cool. When people, let me just say this, I feel good. And like my energy right now, you can see the light flickering on my phone, by the way. Uh, it's not the light, it's the phone itself. The light's not changing, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the technical whatever, but it's gosh darn. I mean, I could say it's magic, which would be, I think, the appropriate terminology, but it's or spiritual, but I think it's more electromagnetic of some nature. But you know, I don't know. Clearly, talking about magic. You know, it's like, who knows? See right there, doing it again. Gonna keep doing it. It's when I see like it's when I feel a certain way. It's when I get excited because I'm excited to be here. I'm feeling better. I wasn't feeling good earlier, but right now, for whatever reason, I feel pretty good. What was I going to say? Yeah, no, being famous uh, is extremely helpful uh, for survival, and it's really cool when people recognize me as a whole. Instead of saying my name, instead of saying Wally or Waldog or anything like that, they just say Holy Vampire, like Holy Vampire, Holy Vampire, and that's cool. Like, I think that's cool. I don't know. I just think it's cool. I'm not trying to toot my own horn or anything, but I think it's cool. And I definitely feel the vampire energy right now. I think I was kind of holding it in. I don't know why I do that sometimes. I think I just do it because I'm training myself. Like I was holding in a lot of energy today because out in public. So there's some videos of me where I'm recording videos and my skin is like it is right now, and I don't know. I don't know. Some days I'm like that. Some days I'm not. As I've described in other videos, having the vampire self of me is it's like having a second subconscious, like another subconscious within me, another living entity, that's spiritual in nature and connected to spirituality. And I want to say something completely unrelated. I thought about this last night, and I'm gonna phrase this very carefully because I know this is a sensitive topic. Uh, it has to do with religion, has to do with spirituality, has to do with people's preferences and people just how people are. And I've met a lot of different people, and I understand that people are the way they are. And, for whatever reasons that they have preferences for how they worship God, how they worship things, how they uh, seek. People have preferences on how they receive uh, spirituality and what it means to them. Okay. That being said, I thought about this. It's just an idea, just a thing that crossed my mind. Um, Again, this is phrasing this very, very carefully, but I want to say it because it was meaningful to me when I thought about it. When it came to me, the idea. Let me say this very loosely, using jargon, using wordage that people would understand. Okay, so here's the phrase. This is what I thought, and just putting it out there, just thinking about, just hear what I've got to say, please. Like, this is even hard for me, like from a therapy standpoint, to talk about. Like, again, I'm being super duper careful. I'm trying to. Let me again phrase the purpose of this channel, originally and still is to spread positive awareness of nice vampires, and to teach and to practice, uh, to bridge communication between all people, and vampires people too, spiritual beings are people too, of any of different whatever. So if the phrase, I'm not going to say it directly, I'm going to say it indirectly, just to be extra extra careful. Some people have a hard time, uh, for whatever reason, they have a hard time worshiping God. Okay, that's a statement, an opinion, a statement, putting it out there. Okay, believe it or not, maybe it's an opinion. Now, some people believe that vampires are akin or equivalent to devils or demons or bad things. Okay, just statement, opinion, putting it out there. Some people may believe that. I am a holy vampire. That is my title. That is what I identify with. I'm religious. I believe in God. I worship God. I've devoted my life to God. I'm, I'm, that's a statement, putting it out there. Okay. Now, the thing that crossed my mind was that there are some people who only I'm trying to think of how to say this correctly. There, this is kind of one of those things, but I need to say, if a person is only used to, and there are some people who are like this, only used to worshiping or the spiritual practice or religious beliefs, if they only like and prefer uh, doing that towards what they identify as, quote unquote, evil, devil, demon, whatever. If that's what a person, some people, to each their own, freedom to practice religious beliefs. What crossed my mind was that mentality, and how people could identify, who do identify with me as being a devil, because they just do, for whatever reason, whatever reasons they may have, because I'm a vampire. But to me, what I connected a missing piece, and it struck me as important. If they want to use, to identify me as that, so that they can then connect with God through their own spiritual uh, beliefs. If they want to believe that, they want to do that. you know, well, my phone's about to run out of battery. Hold on. Oh, I'm not gonna make it in time. I got like 10 seconds. Well, 15 seconds or so. Hold on. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that I'm not a devil, but I'm a person, and I'm clearly not a bad guy. I'm a good guy. That if a person wants to connect with God, and if I could help someone connect with God uh, in a unique way, uh, that is, to me, a good thing. That's a statement. If I can inspire people, if I can be of service in some way to God, which I am, and I believe that, and I pray. I pray daily, many times a day. Then I'm feeling pretty overwhelmed right now. Then that makes me really happy inside. It makes me feel overwhelmed. But I'm happy that I can at least represent in a potentially or possibly or represent uh, a pathway. I think it's the right word. An avenue is what I want to say, but a pathway for a person to connect with the divine or connect with God, if they so choose. I believe in the Lord Jesus Christ. I pray to Lord Jesus Christ. I pray to God. I don't, clearly I'm not one for talking too much about religion and debating about that and going into specifics. I am a vampire, and things are complicated, and I accept that, and I don't argue. But what I want to say is that if I'm able to help people, and have my faith in God, then I think it's a good thing. So I just want to say that. And I'm trying to keep it kind of simple because I don't, as I said earlier in this video, the subconscious of my own and the subconscious of the spiritual entity that's in me, vampire. Um, I It's hard to talk about spirituality uh, in logical terms. It always has been for me. But I'm more focused on the bigger picture as far as process and results, and not so much on specifics. And I know the effect and seen the effect, and the effect of helping people, uh, and realize that positive things such as belief, inspiration, uh, is really, really, really good for people, including myself. So I just want to say that, and it's a pretty heavy. I've said some pretty heavy things, like pretty. They're big things. I'm trying to. They're big to me. Like they're a big deal, and I'm glad that I can be a part of something bigger than myself. And, I am grateful to be who and what I am. And I try my best in a lot of areas of my life. I do make mistakes. And I'm not perfect by any means. And but I am grateful. I'm grateful to God, and I'm grateful to be alive. And I'm grateful to be loved by people and to love others. And I'm also grateful to be a vampire. Should I say a good one? Yeah, anyways, I appreciate y'all for watching. And I'll talk to you later. All right, bye.